Hello, everyone. Welcome back to yet another episode of Israel in Style. I'm Emmanuel Kadosh, and I'm here to give you guys the latest updates on Israeli fashion, culture, and of course, some lifestyle. So every week, a different designer, blogger, artist, musician comes into the studio, tells us a bit about their journey, a bit about their brand, and you guessed it, this week is no different. I could not think of a better way to kick off today's episode than one of my all-time favorite people and designers. She's been on the show now countless times. We visited her store and her studio. I wear her jewelry every day without fail, and they just came out with a new collaboration, but I'll let her tell you all the details. Ginat Rotem from Hot Crown. How are you?
Thank
Once
you.
again here in the studio.
I feel like home.
Yeah, you are at home, you know. But tell us, since the last time we saw you here on the show, you did a collaboration with Dior. Huge deal. We freaked out about that. What's this new collaboration?
So this time we bring you some Jewish pendants with Hebrew letters. We decided that the Hebrew letters should be, more out there.
Right.
There's a huge trend now. Everybody knows about the English pendants,
Right.
English letters. Everybody wears it. We've seen it before, but Hebrew letters
are biblical. This is like a
Exactly.
traditional thing. Everybody knows these specific Hebrew letters.
Yes, and it's something that it gives, a different interpretation of this huge trend.
Right.
And it took us like almost a year to work on this collection. We designed the font from scratch. And we did this collaboration with Adi Heyman, which is a very famous fashion journalist from New York. We actually fell in love with her 2 years ago. She was here in Israel for a visit. She's an Orthodox.
Oh, yeah. So she's religious.
She's religious.
Wow.
And she's a fashion icon. And she's amazing. She's doing so much for the fashion, for the Israeli fashion in New York. And she's coming a lot to Israel. And it's been so, so fast.
It worked.
It worked.
So did you reach out to her and you were like, hey, listen, let's do this collaboration?
No, actually, she reached us and she had this really great idea. And we said, you know what, let's do it. And we came out with lots of ideas of the necklaces, as you can see in the photos. And it took us, the longest time took us to design the font, because we wanted to bring something that is very, very modern and fashionable, and yet, a bit biblical and gothic, and has a touch of, fashion. At the end of the day, we're into fashion. So you can see we made rings and bracelets and necklaces, and lots more coming soon.
Out on the way, yeah.
On the way. But it's already got to be a very good, amazing collection, to be honest. We see lots of people, Jewish people, obviously, around the globe, liking it.
Really connecting to the letters.
Exactly, to the letters. I mean, it's good for any range of age.
Right, that's what I was going to ask you. Is there like a specific target audience for these letters?
At the beginning, we actually thought about, fashionable ladies, 30, 40, 50, with a connection, with a strong connection to the Jewish language and culture. We did this collection out of, respect to the Hebrew language, but, everybody connect to this, because it's also a bat mitzvah gift, like the perfect bat mitzvah present, and it's also great for, a new mom. With the letters.
Amazing. So I actually saw a picture before that you had a few letters, a few pendants on one necklace.
Exactly. That's the biggest,
Amazing. So they can buy the letters individually, and anklets. You guys do it all. Wow. So this is the picture I was referring to.
Exactly. Right. You see, so you can actually combine several pendants together with the names of the children or the grandchildren, and you can set it with diamonds or the birthstones.
Wow, amazing.
You can have them big and small, with stones, without.
So the customers can really come to you and tell you, I love this design, I love this letter, I want it with this gemstone.
Oh, yeah, you can buy it online. The website is, we do free shipping, worldwide free shipping with DHL.
What else can people ask for? Literally.
And it comes to the door, so it's very, very easy to purchase. But obviously, you can always contact us on private and ask for a different, setting of stones or length or We do.
You guys do, yeah, you guys, I mean, I can vouch for the fact that you guys have great customer service, let's put it this way.
Thank you.
Anytime we come to you, you guys take care of it, you know exactly what to do and exactly what to say.
It
you guys,
is on a
you guys
top
are, exactly,
priority.
you guys are you prioritize customer service a lot, and
Yes.
we as a community here in Israel absolutely love you and your husband,
you.
who is also a co-designer and
you.
founder of the brand.
Yeah.
So clearly this is getting a lot of great feedback. You were just telling me right before we started, somebody from Canada just ordered one
Just
like
right
online.
now, yeah.
So I can't wait to see where this goes to. I can't wait to see your next collaboration. You will obviously be
We'll
here
keep
to
you
tell
posted
here,
on-
you know? So thank you so much and
Thank
good
you,
luck.
Manuel. Thank you.
This isn't the first time I've told you guys this, and it definitely won't be the last, but make sure that if you are not already, go follow Hot Crown on Instagram and make sure to check out their website to see everything from their latest collections. Who doesn't love a good do-it-yourself project, right? I mean, of course, it's easier to go out and buy whatever it is that you need, but nothing's better than learning how to create it on your own. But if you're anything like me, you'll need a little bit of assistance, and that's exactly where my next guest comes in. She's the founder of the Do-It-Yourself Tel Aviv, Shoshana Rosen.
Hi.
How are you?
Good, thank you for having me.
I'm really excited to have you on the show because I love do-it-yourself projects. You know, I love doing things on my own, and like I said, with like a little bit of assistance. So
Right.
tell us a little bit about the DIY Tel Aviv project that you run.
Totally. So I made Aliyah about 2.5 years ago, and I was looking for artistic things to do in Israel, and I realized there was really a lack of different kinds of projects. There was like paint nights, but besides that, there really wasn't so many different crafts. So I invited some friends over to do dream catchers, and word spread 8 months later. Now we do 2 to 3 events a week,
Wow.
and each week we do a different craft.
So you started with dream catchers, which
Yeah.
on its own I feel like is also a difficult thing to like create. You know, you do need some help, you need instructions.
Totally.
And so how did that really kind of expand to what you're doing right now? And do you guys do it still at your place, or do you guys have a studio?
So we do it at our place, and we also partner with different places around Tel Aviv, Cafe Zoho, and different
Really? Okay.
yeah, and different places around Tel Aviv because we like to partner with different.
Right, different
communities.
locations so that
Yeah.
people can also, you know, for those who don't know, you guys are the first ones that are doing it in English and in Hebrew,
Yes.
right? And so clearly you guys touched into a population of people, of Olim Chadashim, like new immigrants that are coming
Totally.
in that need that like more, you need those friends that are looking to do creative things with you.
Totally.
And so what kind of do-it-yourself projects do you really do?
So I brought some examples
Yes.
of some things. So here are some of our favorites. That's actually our leather and velvet clutch making.
This is my favorite. I saw this one automatically and I thought it was so cool and unique. Look how amazing
And
this
so
is.
these are for the credit cards and for your change. And so everyone gets to choose between about 30 different fabrics and gets to make their own and
Wow.
design it themselves.
And so are you guys providing the materials?
Yeah.
Do people bring the materials? How does it work?
No, we provide all the materials and wine and snacks.
Oh, yeah?
And so you just get to show up.
So it's an
have
event.
Fun. Yeah, totally.
Because
totally.
like you said, they do paint night where they offer, you know, like drink, wine, and paint night.
Right.
So it's like a 3-hour event type thing.
Right.
How does yours work if I'm coming to sign up for
Yeah.
a do-it-yourself?
So our workshops are about 2 hours long, and there's music. It's a really nice atmosphere. As you said, we're one of the only ones that do Israelis, native Israelis, and internationals, and there's something really cool for it to be a group of people from all over the world, internationally and Israelis, and that's pretty unique in Tel Aviv to have a really nice mix together.
Right. And so, okay, so other than the clutch bags, what else
Yeah.
can we make?
So one of our most popular ones is candle making. And you get to choose between 30 different essential
Wow.
oils.
Wow, that's
so this
amazing.
is a combination of rose, lavender, and chamomile. And then you get to color it and design it. And it was our winter favorite.
And so you said these projects, so you guys provide all the materials.
Yeah.
And so how much does it really cost between for people to come and participate? Because they're also participating, they're also paying for the materials, but they're also,
Totally.
you know, learning from you guys.
Right. So our workshops are between 100 to 130 shekel,
Okay.
which includes all the materials and a really great group of people. Yeah.
So where do you guys see this going, you know, next? Do you plan on opening up a studio, or do you plan on collaborating with, you know, local spots to really allow people to get to know Tel Aviv along with creating these designs?
It's a good question. I mean, all my friends can't wait till I open up a studio
Right?
in Tel Aviv and just have it open all day. because we also do private events. We do bachelorette parties and baby ceremonies and stuff like that.
Oh,
so
yeah?
we do lots of different private events, also birthdays.
So you'll come to the birthdays with the materials and stuff like that, and it'll just kind of be a fun project, like you said, bachelorette parties and like pre-wedding things and stuff like that.
Exactly. So who knows, maybe one day we'll open a store. We'll definitely continue to grow and offer even more workshops and more different projects, and we'll see.
So are you the only instructor that you have, or are you partnering up with like friends and stuff like that?
So I'm the main instructor, but we also love to partner with different artists in Tel Aviv and really give, like, it's a great city to partner.
Definitely.
And so we've done like candle making and perfume making with different artists.
And macrame. I have like a bunch of people, you know, that come on the show that I could recommend to you. Everybody loves doing things on their own and like do it yourself like you're doing right now. I think this is such a cool idea. Also in a really cool way to connect new people that are coming to Israel, especially those that kind of feel, you know, out of place or don't have their creative niche yet here in Tel Aviv, to kind of make those friends of art night, you know?
Yeah, and I think that also, you know, most people haven't been creative since they were like 5.
Right.
And so it's a really nice place. It's totally accessible. You don't need any artistic experience at all, and you can just come and drink wine and have fun and try something new.
Amazing. And so people can find you. You have an Instagram, you have a Facebook, you have a website, everything, right? You're on every social media outlet.
You have to be these days.
100%, especially with something this creative.
Yeah.
So I'm sure we're going to set something up. I would love to come check out the studio and make one of these amazing things, show them how it kind of works. So thank you so much, Oshana, for being here.
Thank you for having me.
All right, there you have it, a Hebrew and English do-it-yourself studio right here in the heart of Tel Aviv. Make sure to check out the DIY Tel Aviv website and Instagram to get some more information. All right, so now for something a bit new to Israel in Style. My next guest started his career as one of the first respectable breakdancers in the Holy Land. From that, he moved on to photography and illustrations. So you can pretty much say this man's done it all, but I'll let you hear it straight from him. Eli Polirak Haddad, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great.
Very happy to be here.
Yes, me too. This is really new for the show. We haven't really interviewed many dancers, break dancers specifically, and you have, you know, a whole list of different careers and artistic things that you do. So why don't we first start with your dancing career? How did that get started?
It started in 2003. I was like 15. I was watching like a talent TV show, Israeli, and there was a breakdancer over there, and I was like immediately, oh my God, I have to do it. I need to look, who is this guy?
Right.
And I found him, and he was like, I was living in Ra'anana, I was living in Kfar Saba.
Like next door to one another, literally.
We found him, me and another friend, and like from there we started like learning a little bit of stuff, you know, like small moves, and then we just kept doing it, and now it is what it is today.
Yeah.
And it's getting big in Israel. I mean, it's already big, and it's getting like every year it's getting bigger and bigger.
People are recognizing Israeli breakdancers, you know, as professionals, as opposed to just a hobby now that we're following a trend or something like that. You were talking about before how now you get flown, people get flown out here.
Yeah, absolutely. There is like, also me, I had my part of like being the first that got like flown out, because in the beginning not many crews were like invited to battles, but we like started this like clique, and then came other crews and younger people, and now Israeli are to a point that they are like wanted.
Right.
And there are b-boys from the south and from the north, and they're like coming to battles.
Those battles are so cool.
And people know who they are. It's
like, they're being recognized now as, you know, the dancers that they are and the professionals that they are in this specific, you know, technique, you could say, because there's different forms of dancing. So where did that go from breakdancing to illustrating to photography? Because you do a lot of different things here.
I guess you can say life happens.
Right.
And like as I said, kids today are getting like, it's crazy. The level is like really, really going up, and I'm like, I still battle, I still do battles, and I still win battles, but not as much as I used to. And I thought to myself that I want like to make a career
out of something else.
Out of something else that will be able to express my art and my vision and my ideology of stuff.
So what different types of illustrations do you do? Because we have here in the background some of these, and also you do photography. So give us a little understanding of those.
So the illustration started as like I was looking for something, as I said, to do. and I found graphic design. But inside, I found that I like more of taking my time and like to do stuff with my hands, and more of drawing and illustrating. So this is like the thing that we're seeing right now is like it's a story of a girl that is like chilling in space, and she's like the moon is her friend.
Yeah.
And it's just like, you know, it's stuff that like come from the inside.
Definitely.
And sometimes I don't have all the explanations of what I'm doing.
I don't think, I think art is a lot about not explaining and having somebody else take what they feel comes from that art.
Yeah.
And so your photography, you have a lot of pictures of people dancing.
Dancing, yeah.
So that's your niche in photography.
Yeah, that's what I decided to do, because all the time when we were like in battles and in competitions, I mean, it's not why I photograph, but all the time you want to see like did I had any pictures from the dancing and stuff. And I think in Israel there are a lot of great photographers, but photographing dance and street dance in particular, I think that I bring something that from the inside, that I know where this dancer what he wanted to show.
Right. What move he wanted to capture, what you know, when, like you said, when you go back after you know, one of those battles, you're like, I wish I had a picture of this move and that thing, so you know exactly where to capture them in the right moment.
Exactly when they think it's the best. When they're doing it.
So basically, you do a little bit of everything, but it's all wrapped around, you know, your breakdancing career, your dancing passion, and then it all stems from there in a very artistic manner.
Yeah, it's like the core of my creation.
So people can still see you battle. They can still see your YouTube videos where you're dancing, you know, stuff like that. You do your illustrations, you do your photography. They can hit you up for almost anything. So thank you so much for coming in. I'm so excited to see your next adventure.
Thank you very much.
So everyone, make sure you're following along on Eli's Instagram. Check out his website to see some dope illustrations, and keep up with him to see what crazy adventure he'll be moving on to next. Last, but as you already know, most definitely not least, is a woman who started her career off as a jewelry designer. From there, she took note of her talent of designing and has since moved on to designing handbags, handmade home decor, watches, you name it, she does it. Say hello to Shlomit Ophir. How are you?
Hi.
I'm so excited that you're here. You are very similar to me. I think we were talking about before, we don't really know what we want to do until we actually do it. You know, there's so many different passions. So tell me how you really got started designing.
Okay. Basically, I always knew I wanted to be a designer from a very young age. At some point, I had to choose what I want to study.
Yeah.
And I chose industrial design just because I had a feeling that it's like a
good career choice.
Yes, a good choice to start from. And when I was a student, as a hobby, I started designing jewelry. And at some point, I started selling my jewelry. By the time I finished studying and graduated from my degree, I already had a line of jewelry.
That people knew you for designing this jewelry and have bought your jewelry already.
Yes, and I already had a clientele.
Yeah.
And I already had somebody helping me out with creating the jewelry. And I figured that maybe that's what I need to do instead of
industrial
design. So I continued with that. And very quickly, I opened my first shop. And then...
that is very quick, though. You know, you're still in your degree for something completely different. You're like, jewelry just happened to find you. You happened to find jewelry, and it really worked for you. And from there, you opened up your store just for jewelry, or is that when you opened it up for a little bit more?
At first, it was just jewelry.
Okay.
But very quickly, since I'm very passionate about other things such as fashion and accessories, I started designing more items that could go along with my jewelry collection.
Right.
So first of all, it was clothing, and then it was a shoe line of footwear. And later on, it was handbags and home decor. And now my recent line, my recent addition, is a collection of watches, which is something I've been really wanting to do for a very, very long time. And also I had my customers ask for it almost every day.
Right.
And it took some time to find the right way to do it. But that's what I'm doing right now.
So
and of course the jewelry.
So yeah, so you're still doing your jewelry. That's your first passion. That's your baby. That's where it all started. And then from there, you've literally touched upon most fashion, you know, accessories that you could possibly design.
Yes.
And so now you're creating absolutely everything. And where are you selling it? Are you selling it mainly online? You have stores here in Israel as well.
We have 4 shops here in Israel. 3 of them are in Tel Aviv, and 1 of them is in Rehovot.
Okay.
I have an online website, which is shlomitofir.com, which also has all my items sold there. We ship all over the world. We have customers from
everywhere,
whichever country you could even think of.
Yeah, continue.
Sorry, and apart from that, we also have wholesalers all over the world.
Amazing.
The brand is very big in France right now.
Wow, amazing.
Yeah,
people really connect to your designs there.
Yeah, we are exhibiting twice a year
that was
in a
just
show
what I was
in
going to
France.
ask you, yes.
And my jewelry is sold in over 100 boutiques all over the country over there.
Amazing. So everybody can find you online if they're here in Israel, whether they're in Europe, Israel, the States. There's somewhere to find you all the time. And you're coming out with new designs how often?
Twice a year.
Yeah.
It's a seasonal collection.
Okay.
I have autumn, winter, and then spring, summer.
Right.
It's jewelry, so you can wear it all year long.
Exactly.
It's not short sleeves or something that you can't wear for all seasons. But I like my collections to have a theme, and the theme a lot of the time is connected to the season that it's going to go for. And also, usually I just like to choose a subject to work around.
Right.
I think it's also easier for me as a designer to have a main concept and idea.
Definitely.
To base my ideas and my inspirations on.
What's a concept that you could give us an example for?
For example, what we are seeing right now is my recent collection. It's called Gypsy Soul.
Yeah.
The inspiration for this collection was like the bohemian gypsy lifestyle.
Yeah.
So
like
you can
long
see,
necklaces and like pastel colors. I love that. This is beautiful.
Yeah.
And so you pick kind of like a topic and you base your collection on that.
Yeah.
And so people can find you, like we said, online, on your website, in stores, in the States, in France, in Europe, places like that. And so they can expect a new collection soon.
Yes, it's going to be launched for this winter.
Amazing.
It's going to go out this September.
Amazing. So we will definitely be looking out for that. I'm sure you'll be back on the show to talk to us about your newest collection so we can show our viewers.
Thank you. It was great to be here.
Yes, thank you so much for joining us, Shlomit.
Thank you.
All right, there you have it, an absolutely amazing, multi-talented designer who pretty much does it all. Make sure to check out Shlomit's website to see all her unique designs. That's unfortunately all the time we have for today's episode of Israel in Style. Thanks to all our guests who came into the studio today. And for all you viewers out there who missed any episodes, check us out on iltv.tv/Israel in Style. Have a fabulous week, everyone.